Welcome back, fellow lords of gaming. Let's jump right into this. We've got our update for the epic Mad Titan. Oh my god, how I love some Thanos. Especially if you read him in the comic books. He is amazing. The MCU, not so much. But yeah. Let's jump into this real quick though, guys. So you can see my power level. I finally reached 110 and I'm at 1100, 1.1 million power, but that is not enough in order for me to complete this epic invasion mode for Titan. So before we jump into that, let's talk about some of the events that are currently going on that they were discussing. So we have the 10-day draw ticket selection. Basically, it's every day they're going to give you a draw ticket selection box with some gold. It's automatically deposited into your box, it looks like. What's that? Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. I guess this is going to play every single time we log in now. Who knows? But basically, we're getting this draw ticket selection box every day. Here goes an interesting thing that they did with these. The rewards have to be claimed within 7 days from the message. So you can't just sit on these rewards. So there's no stacking these draw ticket selections at all. You pretty much have to claim them, otherwise you're gonna lose out. Like so what I mean by that is, if you look at my inventory, for instance, if I go to my squad inventory, I've been stacking up, you know, supplies. I actually used some today, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but I've been stacking up supplies. You can't do that. You're gonna have to get rid of them and use them. So don't stack on those ones that they're going to be giving out over the next couple of days. That's the event number one that's going on. Pretty good event in terms of that. I mean, it is what it is. It's rewards, guys. So you can't complain about rewards. I don't know why I see angry faces at rewards. Next up, we've got the special request event that's going on inside here. It's a gift for 7 days. Basically, it's they're the invasion tickets. Basically, you need these tickets in order to complete to get the event, the invasion rewards, basically. So you're gonna get one a day. This is the part where I could expect to see some angry faces, because there doesn't seem to be any cap on how many of these missions you can run per day. Is basically your best score for the day is going to be the one that's counted, and then it gets added to a cumulative score. I'll show you how that looks in a minute. And yeah, so it's just kind of weird. But then we also have the special request number 2, the Mad Titan, where we can acquire these Titan seals. It's pretty decent because you can basically acquire Titan seals for costume draw tickets or stuff like that that's inside there. So they're pretty decent in terms of rewards, and all you got to do to get those seals is basically play that game mode, which is pretty decent. It's funny because this event, I've said this to you guys a number of times, and I'll say it to you as many times as it is that I'll come on here. They're literally drawing these events basically from other game modes that they have across Netmarble properties. If you jumped inside 7 Deadly Sins and you were playing 7 Deadly Sins, this game mode is basically retrofitted from there. Like, I mean, they had Merlin, they had King, and basically they were like evil versions of the characters, and you would jump in and you would play and you would fight them. This is basically a mode from there, at least the rewards setup and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting that they put it in there, because yeah, this is exactly what it is. So anyways, let's jump into this. So we've got that special request 2. Definitely want to be jumping into those. Next up, we got the epic invasion update celebration event. Nice invasion event going on here, and you can see that there's going to be an invasion report, and given the number of times you complete your time with Titan, you basically are getting some pretty decent rewards, I have to say, in terms of what the game is going to give you. So you can see it right here. It's giving you a 4-star a 4-star costume, a 4-star Omega card, a 4-star core, and then a 5-star for each of the same. So that's pretty decent. I think it's cool. You basically just complete your collection reward list inside here, and just do those. The weirdest part about them is that I'll show you this. They did the same exact thing in Blitz. You don't have a reason to go back and complete the lower levels. Like I'm being perfectly honest with them. They like going back and completing the lower levels just waste my tickets that I have to do and tries to get me to purchase them, because now I have to go and complete these, and it just doesn't make sense at all. I don't know why they did this way. The count reward list, this is going to be one of those things that players who are already against the game are going to jump against the game even more. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. So it's something that they need to fix, because like if you want these items, it gives you incentive to go back and complete those things on those lower stages and play lower end stages, but it's just set up the wrong way, guys. It really is, and I feel bad for that. But that's the invasion event that's going on. The cool thing that I think they did do about the day is that every day of the invasion, you have specific things that they want you to complete, and completing those things will generate you rewards and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So like day one, it was dismantle 20 items, use a med kit, blitz clear 3 times, and then enhance a costume, participate in epic invasion, reach power 80,000. You can see going all the way up here to the last day of day 7, it wants you to reach 7,000 total points. Not too difficult to do to be honest with you. Yeah, not too difficult to do. I would say it's not too difficult for most players to complete this. I don't think it's going to be that difficult for players to complete this. Then we have the relay challenge. Basically defeat Thanos on each of the stages, and you'll collect a 6-star or 5-star battle badge from the epic invasion for that boss, one of those. So that's pretty decent in of itself as well. That badge box will be a selector, so you can actually select those, and we'll pull those up so you can see them in a second. Let's jump right here. Next, we have the Titan Seal crafting event inside here. So basically, as you are playing the different modes, you are going to collect seals. Exchanging Titan seals will allow you to basically, if you collect enough seals, you can craft a number of 4-star region costume boxes inside here for a gold cost of 800,000. This is the part that I found ridiculous. Not necessarily the fact that they wanted me to hunt for 1,600 Titan seals, which I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot, and I'll show you why I say that in a second. But just the fact that you want me to pay 800,000 gold, they have no understanding of the rewards. I feel like this event is going to put off more players than what it's going to do to help bring players back. The event that they have going on is the Iron Man probability enhancement chance. So if you don't have the Tony Stark Iron Man 2018 or the Captain America Living Legend cards, you can actually draw on those now and they have a better rate of just those dropping, which is pretty decent, except for the fact that, like, for instance, what are you doing for the players that already have these cards? So I don't have an incentive to draw on these cards. And even if I didn't, or like for me, for instance, I have 2 cards. I have 2 of these Captain America cards, and I don't want to draw on them because I'm afraid about getting the card again, because I can't do anything with the Captain America card. I want the Iron Man card. I do. I really do want the Iron Man card. But what are you guys doing? It's like they're not freaking thinking at all. And then we have the 3-week costume rate up event. So this is a pretty cool event here where they have the costume sets inside the game, and basically every week is going to be a different set that's going to be rated up. So this week until the end of it, it's going to be the steampunk costume and then the Xanderth and Midgardia set. So if you're pulling on costumes right now, you have a better chance at getting the steampunk, Xanderth and Midgardia chest. And then we look at the special costume and region costume the week after. It's going to be Rise of the East, Sakaar, and Savage Shadowlands. And then the last week going into November is going to be Eye of Osiris, New Stark City, and Hydra Empire. I have a real big problem with this because I specifically told you guys, you got all excited about these conversion fucking kits. And I told you those bullshit, because all it was going to do was allow Netmarble to go back inside the game, and they're going to find ways to stay with the monetization efforts that they have. And they're not going to reduce the currency. All they're going to do inside the shop is increase the draw rates of stuff, so that way you're still spending money. So it's not going to reduce currency. It's not going to reduce effort. By the way, nothing inside this update addressed any of the things that they said that they were going to have inside there, where they're going to reduce effort and currency. In fact, as I show you this stuff, all it did was increase that stuff. It didn't do anything for us in terms of like decreasing those things. do not be hoodwinked by Netmarble with their tactics that they have with giveth and taketh away in one hand. If I give you shit in one hand and half a dozen in another, it's still shit. You know, I can shine up a turd all I want to. It's still a fucking turd. So let's take a look at these events, the event inside here. It's a pretty decent event in terms of giving us new content to play that I actually enjoyed. For all intents and purposes, it is a wave mode gameplay. So for instance, we got Titan Seals crafting, right? So we literally have the Titan Seals crafting inside here, and you can see we have to go to this place. This is the one thing that I hate about this event, right? Is that I literally have to be inside of Omega headquarters in order to access it. Why? Like, so like when I'm queuing up for the mission to go fight, you know, Thanos and stuff like that, I have to be in this event. It's weird. It's just weird as shit, right? So you can see like a level 110 box in here for a battle badge. That's 5 to 6. By the way, most of these are going to end up being just 5-star badges. You know that. Like I played Blitz today hoping that I was going to get better rewards in there. And no, they still 3 and 4 star, even though they said they fixed that. It's still 3 and 4 star rewards. I don't get it. Then we've got the 2 to 4 star costume box with an Omega card, right? Then we have Thanos's treasure box, an Omega card, a core, flawless, or whatever that you can change. And then obviously the ones that we really want, right? You really want to get the 4-star region costume selection box, because this is the thing that's going to help the players out the most. So this is where it comes into like 7 deadly sins territory, right? Because basically you have to log into here. You can see it's the Mad Thanos Titan. I like this playthrough right here that is given. You know what? Maybe it's just giving this to me the second time because I'm now on my computer doing it instead. This is a really cool ass scene that they actually did for here, so I respect to them for that. Respect to Netmarble on that. It's like they put so much effort and then they just like strip themselves away because they just are so goddamn greedy. Netmarble as a development team is really freaking greedy. It just doesn't make sense to me. And they tear down games. And I remember at one point in Marvel Future Fight, Cynic Alex made the point, and I really believe in if you give players and a reason to spend money, then they probably will. That's just the truth of the matter, right? So you can see my current score is at 21,641. Now, keep in mind that I've literally completed step 1. You didn't really have to be that powerful to be step 1, to be perfectly honest. And step 2, step 3, step 4. Step 5, it required a minimum power of 1,014,000. So a lot of players I don't think are going to be there and able to do this. The recommended power, however, was 1.1, basically 1.2 million, right? And I'm not there. I don't have a way to get there. And even looking at the game right now, unless I receive some rewards like some 6-star battle badges from 110, I don't have a way to get there. I just don't. But I want to show you guys the game mode, so let's jump inside this battle. You can see the rewards for each. So this is like 16 Titan Seals that you can get here. You can get the level 93 star. Now, the reason why I want to do this battle badge is like one of the reasons why you don't necessarily need to be concerned too much about the battle badge rewards here are that they're very specific to this game mode. They are specific to this game mode, so they can help you. So here goes, for instance, like, you know, this is level 20. You get 20 seals from here, right? But now the effort being put in order to do this one versus doing the level 4 invasion mode might make it so that way it's not really worth it to do the level 5 invasion mode. I mean, other than getting those unique battle badges, because where did I go to see the battle badges? I forgot where I went to see the battle badges. Where did I go to see those battle badges? There we go, the Mad Titan collection. So basically inside these game modes, you can see level 30s, we're going all the way up. And then you can see like once we get to level 90 and level 110, you're battling Thanos on Sakaar, right? And these are the battle badges that are dropping. So it's literally a battle badge at 110 with really good attack stat values. But then you can see it's increasing the damage in the Mad Titan by 9.24%, right? So it's the battle badge specific to this game mode. It's not necessarily the What I basically mean by that is, like, you know, if this plays out the same way the Seven Deadly Sins game did, where they had the same kind of mode, right? Like, you would fight Merlin, remember, and you would get items that were exclusive to fighting the Merlin stage, and those helped you out fighting Merlin, so you can fight more and more Merlin. Well, it's the same thing here, like, in a sense, right? So these battle badges, though, won't be good for you unless they run the Mad Titan event again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like kind of weird in that. So let's take a look at some of these so we can show you. So that was the Titan ceilings. That was a collection event inside here as well. You collect these battle badges as you go along the way. Obviously, level 30 badges over here, they're not going to be necessarily good. And you can see they come with still attack stats inside them, so they're good in that regard. Then we have the special missions. I've completed all these. The end reward is the stupidest reward ever. They want us to complete all the missions, right? So you got to complete all the missions across all 7 days, right? And you're getting a 5-star common card. Not even a 5-star, excuse me, a 4-star common card. For completing all the missions every day, they want to give you a 4-star common card. What? Are you fucking stupid, Netmarble? Like, this is not engendering people to want to come. You just said you wanted to reduce our effort and our currency. This is not that. It just ain't that, buddies. Then we've got the relay event, like I said, and you basically complete these right here. I've completed all of them except for the Sakar mode. The Sakar mode is definitely harder. It's going to take you some time. Upon completing each of those stages, you are able to make these purchases on these offers. Of course, they're going to do these offers for you guys. You know, there's no way they're not going to throw these cash offers at you. And they try to make them now as free to play as possible because they're all offering them for crystals instead of, you know, directly throwing cash in your face. But you know what the hell that means. It's cash, regardless of how you look at it. This might be their currency, but it's not. So I have these boxes. I wouldn't suggest using the boxes though, because you probably will need to have this as a selector at some point down the road. So I think it is a selector, a 5-star. I thought they were selectors. Maybe they're not. So maybe you might want to just pop them up. But you can see from playing today, I've only got 55 seals. You have to have these badges as well. Guess what? You're gonna have to purchase these badges, baby, if you ain't got them. If you ain't got these badges right here, guess what? How you gonna get those badges, baby? Guess how you gonna get those reward tickets? Yeah, baby, you're gonna have to purchase them. So you're basically paying. Again, they have done nothing to reduce effort and currency. I told you guys they were going to do nothing to reduce effort and currency. Just wasn't going to happen. And they have full steam ready and available to do that. But let's jump inside the epic invasion over here for the Mad Titan, so that way you can see how this plays out. I'm going to do the difficulty that I was able to complete, so that way you guys can at least see the gameplay. I told you guys, I warned you with enough advance time that there was no way Netmarble was going to possibly reduce currency. Like, I want you guys to understand something about reducing currency. Netmarble is put themselves in a pigeonhole because they already did this. So you already have a mass number of players that essentially have already paid for these rewards. You know what I mean? And so to tone down those sales would be to say that those guys paid for something. You would almost need a concerted effort from those players to say to Netmarble, we're not going to hold you hostage by saying that you changed the game in such a way that we want our money back, because now the rewards that I spent such and such dollar pool amount for is available at such a lower price that, you know, that's the hole that they pigeon themselves into at this point. They need to be able to have a cutoff point to say this is everything going forward. Like inside Marvel Future Fight, for instance, if you remember, they had a Captain Marvel the Secret Wars costume that they released, and that costume cost ridiculous amount of money, and players revolted. And so they had to put that stuff behind a lock so that way nobody could get that gear going forward. Because to say that, you know, other players were able to get it would have been to, you know, delegitimize those players that had already purchased it at that point. So it's a really weird position that they've kind of nailed themselves to with that one, and it kind of sucks, to be honest, because us as players, we're looking at the situation, we know that it needs to change, the effort and currency has to change at some point in way, but they really probably need to just go ahead and say these steampunk, the rise of the East, and the Osiris costumes are locked out. You know, these items right here, we're going to improve the drop rates and so forth like that on regional costumes. You guys paid for those costumes because that's how you wanted to pay for them, but we're going to increase the drop rates inside the store however we choose and see fit, and just move on from there. Because at this point, they screwed themselves. They put themselves behind the wall real tight. I'm gonna go into third view just so that way I can see better what's going on. All right, let's summon. I don't think I really needed to summon that. I'm just kind of letting this one autoplay. This one's pretty, it's weird the jump that they went in the game, to be perfectly honest. I don't feel like that was like, you're not gonna ever convince me that the 1.2 million to do the level 5 invasion was what they originally had, because you literally go from 500,000 all the way to 1.2 million as a requirement for this mode. I don't think they thought that process through, that players were going to be able to reach it. So all of the levels essentially play like this. You'll be in different stages, but they all play like this, right? So you might be in New Stark City getting attacked by things, but you know, and you're here in Midgardia for number 4, and you literally play that mode, right? And it's just a wave mode. You have to defeat that wave mode, and then Doctor Strange teleports you to go defeat Thanos. He'll be teamed up with different characters. So on this stage, it's him and Malekith. On Sakaar, it's him and Ares. So, and guys, I'm sorry about my voice, by the way. I'm still getting over a sinus cold, I think is what I had. I don't have these COVIDs. But by and large, the mode's fairly simple. Like, you can see how, like, not really that much of a challenge for me here, because like I said, the power requirement for this stage is really low. Whereas you jump into the next stage and Thanos and Ares are pretty much one-shotting you. Like, you can make it through. I've made it through the first layer. Oh, this ability that he has, I forgot about this one. You only get one revive in here, guys, so be careful not to die, because it does suck to only hit that to be in here. Like, I was inside Sakaar doing one. We had Thanos down to like 2 bars, but I had already revived once, and Ares caught me. He was only at 2 bars as well, and I had no way of reviving. Like, why they have a limitation on how many times I can revive inside this mode is ridiculous. Just let me fucking revive. If I can revive, then I can revive. Like, if I have the gold or I have the tickets or whatever it is that you want me to do, let me revive. I don't know why they feel like that's the move, you know, like, I swear to God, it's like they don't play their game at all. So you can see one of the players that was in here, he pretty much had to bail because, or did he have to bail? I guess maybe not. He looks like he came back. Maybe he just got disconnected. Jesus Christ. Why is Malekith still alive? Come on, boys. Put in some work. And so, there you go. So, letting you know that Thanos is supposed to be the big bad. He obviously dips out before you even defeat him, and he comes back. Yeah, I don't really feel cool knowing that I had the best record there. Like, so you can see I got 16, remember, the 3 and 4 stars are supposed to be reduced, but somehow I still have the 3, somehow I still have the 4. I don't get it. So, and you can see if you want to do the rewards, it's basically like you can do it 100 times, because I've already used 4 of them, I guess. So maybe it's 100 a day. It's ridiculous, guys. They gave us like 7 for the maintenance or whatever. So after that, you know what's up. You have to spend. So I've been trying to complete the level 5 raid. So we can see I completed one of these the Mad Titan collections inside here. Which one did I complete? Oh, the 12. So I can get this one right here. So that's the 4-star core box inside here. I can complete that one. Cool. Thank you, guys. Don't know what I'm gonna do with a 4-star core box, since, you know, the way that thing works is bullshit, because I can use this core and we have no clue what I'm gonna get at all from, you know, merging cores over there. These all get dismantled. But now I'll show you guys exactly what I mean in terms of difficulty, though, since we have some time, right? So literally you can see that the difficulty level ramps up. Literally, you can go right here, 65 to 133, 133 to 415, 415 to 676, and then literally it spikes all the way to 1.2 million. I feel like they like kind of like looked at where the power levels at for everybody was and was like, hey man, you know what, we got to raise this power, because otherwise these players are going to be out the box. So it's weird. It's really weird. All right, so let's jump inside this mode real quick so that way you guys can see this one. And here goes, like, we'll see how well this goes. I don't even think a lot of players, unfortunately, are at this level where they can play it. It's just weird. So it's like, even inside my alliance, I'm inside of what alliance? I'm in X-Force right now. So if I was to look at some of the alliance members inside here, yeah, it's like a lot of the players that even possibly remotely could do it have left the game. And the ones that are still there, I don't know that they're necessarily jumping in joy to just jump for that mode, because the mode it's kind of is what it is. Like, it's just weird. The only good thing is that you know that whoever's in here, regardless of whatever level they are, they're pretty much gotta be at the minimum of 1.1 million. But it's going to take a minute for these guys to load. I already know that. So it's kind of weird in terms of looking at it, because because you're looking at this game, the game mode overall. Okay, so somebody joined up. You can see how hard this shit is. You can call it my lack of skill. We'll skip this. It's the same animation as it was before. So we basically are just defending this sigil and trying to keep targets off the sigil. I mean, it's a wave mode, and you can see the tracking time. As long as somebody's on the sigil, then it's not moving forward. And so on this stage, you're basically battling the waves of Sakaar, Red Elite, and, you know, MEX people and stuff like that, the Hive and stuff like that. And then, you know, the sigil is basically raising itself up, and then Cole will jump out at some point inside here. Cole Obsidian will jump out, and you have to fight him, and he's pretty much like the last, the mini boss in this area. Oh man, I thought these dudes were gonna put in some work, because I saw they were with Sigma. And keep in mind, guys, here goes the sad part about this. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm on the whale server. At least I classify. Whoa, I gotta get out of that. I do not want to lose any health. I classify Omega Flight as pretty much the whale server. So like where we are on this server in terms of power levels compared to where some of the other servers are, yeah, like we're probably up there in terms of that. And so like I can't imagine how many servers, what servers are you guys on, and are you guys able to complete this stage? So there goes Cole, he's here. We basically have to do damage to Cole. Let's get out of that. Let's attack Cole, get him out of here. So you are on a time limit as well. You have 8 minutes to complete the entirety of this. So that includes beating Thanos and Ares at the end here. So you are against the race of the clock, which kind of makes it even more difficult because they're not easy. And that's why you can see like having those badges and stuff like that really matter. But here goes the funny part is, like I've said to you guys, go play 7 Deadly Sins. They used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have this event all the time. I don't know why these dudes aren't attacking Cole.
This will all be over soon.
Raise up. All right, I'm gonna let them attack Cole. Oh, mother. So yeah, that happened. Sucky part about that is I can almost guarantee you that means I won't get the rewards from here, because when I say Cole hits like a beast, I mean Thanos and Ares hit like a beast. They hit like a beast. Like, you're almost guaranteed to get one-shotted inside there. That irks me. It irks my nerves. It irks me to no extent. So he opens up the doorway for all of us to go through. Let's see what happens. I'm pissed off. Thanos is looking at his shake weight over there. And then there goes his boy Ares sitting inside there. I don't know why he's locked in that animation. I'm gonna get the hell out of that way. Let's see if I can stay alive by focusing on Thanos. So you see that attack, this attack right there by Ares, that attack will one-shot you, guaranteed. That attack from Thanos, one-shot you, guaranteed. So if you see them charging up any kind of attack in here, get the hell out of the way. Nah, bro. I'm good on that, bitch. Yeah. That is a one-hitter quitter right there from... Get out of there. He's gonna have this huge-ass circle here that you literally have to dodge. So you can see one of our dudes is already down and gone. My man just disappeared. He was like, yo. Whoa. And you can see what I mean by this, right? We literally have 3 minutes to do this. Whoa, I can't tell whose attack that was. I'm doing everything I can to stay alive, guys, even though I don't think that we're going to complete this either way. Come on, what the fuck? It would not move. This is what I hate about this goddamn game too. Like, why can I not cancel out of animations? Like, once they begin an animation, it's a wrap. You can't get out of that animation. So it sucks. But there you guys have it. That is legitimately the mode, right? And so now I'm basically forced in looking at how I can increase my character by another 100,000 powers, so that way I'm at the recommended minimum. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be any easier for me inside this game mode, right? Because it's just the recommended minimum. So the only good thing is that I don't lose any of those rewards at all. Lose any of my raid tickets, rather, from just trying to compete inside there. But notice, and I want you guys to be aware, that they only gave us a set amount of tickets, right? So you're able to get 1 ticket a day, but then notice what they did. They included a bunch of the Mad Titan reward tickets, right? So we got the Mad Titan bundles inside here, right? We got the Mad Titan bundle, the Mad Ticket Supply bundles, right? And you basically purchase like 5 of these a day. So again, I told you guys that their message was disingenuous, because I know Netmarble. I've seen them. They are greedy as fuck, and they won't stop being greedy unless you say something as a player base and the player base revolts against it. Then they'll change it, but they'll change it to what they intended it to be in the first place. They're only going to change it so much just to be what it was going to, what they intended it to be. So now we're going to be in here battling to try to get these reward tickets, because as far as I can tell so far, there's no place else to get those tickets other than the giveaways that they give you. So you're purchasing tickets, guys. So how are you going to complete all the events? You're purchasing the tickets. It's insane. It's nuts. I have to say, this update in and of itself has like totally, I don't know, it's made me feel some type of way. Definitely made me feel strong some type of way inside here. Before we leave, I am gonna do a draw on the Omega cards to see what I can get from here. I haven't forgot about the giveaway prize either. I'm gonna be purchasing that tonight and sending that off. He told you go get the card, my man. Unfortunately, that means I got nothing. I don't even know what the hell this card is. I have no clue what this card is. I have no clue what set that card is to. The Age of Ultron inside here. Captain America. I'm still not getting any of the cards that I respectively need, which is a little irksome. But we'll do one more. All right, so now I'll get something. Hopefully it's the Iron Man card. He had Cap Shield, so hopefully that means it's something. Let's see. Come on, Iron Man. Watch it be Captain America's card. This is that bullshit, guys. This is that bullshit. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is that bullshit. So I end up with another Doctor Strange card. I end up with another Doctor Strange card. I already have this card. The incentive for me to actually draw and spend money in this game is low. And the worst part is, like you said, the draw chance is supposed to be increased while the increase for those other ones are lower. But here I am getting this fucking card. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's the update. I know it's not going to be the update most people want, especially, you know, no news on Magic at all yet. No identification of any of the updates that were supposed to be coming, but it is what it is, guys. Until next time, peace.